What's up, guys? I want to make this video a sequel to my previous video on how to inflict 2,000 points of effect damage with two Blair Flannigan and how to unlock her. I realized from last video I had made a mistake, which one of my viewers brought to attention in the comics, where it was to inflict 2,000 points of effect damage with a single activation. And that was a small detail I overlooked. I had forgot because I was thinking in my head it was 2,000 points of effect damage just during the duration of the match, not with one single activation. Like, you have to do that one time once. And I forgot that because, like I've told you guys in previous video, I unlocked her through the events. Most characters I try to unlock during the events, I'll grind through the events to get all the UR cards and SR cards. And I always try to go for my top three, which is UR cards, SR cards, and the character itself. There's very few characters where I didn't get during the event. That's probably like one. But the rest I try to get during the event, so I usually forget or not even know about how to do the unlockable missions for them. And in her case, I didn't because I got her like earlier this year or last year, whenever the event first happened. So yeah, I'll re-edit the deck, tweak it. I'll show you guys the process and we'll redo it again to try it out. So the first thing we're gonna look for is, what I'm thinking is, we can add a card. We can replace one of these cards. I'm probably gonna replace one of the draw cards to where we can inflict damage. Not inflict damage. We're gonna add a card to where we can increase damage on the opponent's side. I can't think of any cards like that at the particular moment, but I'm gonna look through and try to find one. Actually, one second. One thing I was thinking is we could possibly use Power of the Guardians, which I already have in the deck. The issue with that is if it ends up exceeding the attack of Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. One issue I could use to balance that out is if I have two Power Guardians, wait until I draw two, equip the one to Wingman and equip the one to the opponent's monster, make her attack some of my weak monsters if I still have any, get her to 2,000, and then try to inflict it there. That might work, but that to me is just way too risky. So I'm going to find something a lot less risky that won't constantly increase the attack of the opponent monster. It'll be like a one-time type of thing. You know what? I think a good card will be Forbidden Chalice. I'm not sure yet. Could be Glass Slipper. Here's where the issue is going to arise for this. They are all spellcasters, and since you have to fight Blair at level 30, all of the monsters are not only spellcasters, which I don't have a lot of good equipped cards for spellcaster monsters because I don't make a lot of spellcaster decks, and from my knowledge there isn't a lot of good like attack boost unless you're using Spellbook. You know, that deck is, you know, really good and stuff. Another main issue is not only are they spellcasters and there aren't really spellcaster specific cards that I have, they all have like 800 damage. That's like the highest one I see. So I would have to increase their damage by like 1200 to really do anything, and that's where the main issue lies at. You know what? What I'm thinking, we could try this. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but I'm curious because I actually want to try this. I want to use something completely different than Elemental Hero Wingman to try this out. What I'm thinking is we actually could probably use Gravekeeper Vassal and make a deck around him. I'm actually really curious of how this would go out. So I really want to try this out. Alright, so I made a whole new deck. I didn't delete the other one. I still have it. But I made a whole new one. We're going to build it around Gravekeeper Vassal. Make a deck around increasing his attack and stalling out till we can get to 2,000 and inflict direct damage, because I like how his effect is any battle damage and inflict is treated as effect damage. So what that means is any damage we do to his monsters or just direct attack is going to be converted into effect. What makes that better than Elemental Hero Flame Wingman is that he inflicts effect damage equal to the monster's attack. So if their attack can't get to 2,000, which would be pretty difficult to do with that deck, trying to implement that with the cards and stalling out and all that, this will be a lot better of an option, because all we have to do is focus on increasing Gravekeeper's Vassal's attack and not the opponent monster's attack. And I don't want to really give the opponent any advantage. You know, you really don't want to in a lot of cases unless you're really building a deck around drawing or something, but we're not doing that in this case. We're just trying to inflict a lot of effect damage, so we're going to go ahead and try to go for that. And by the way, how to get Gravekeeper Vassal, a lot of you guys can get him. He's rare, not that difficult to get. You get him by leveling up with Ishizu and by doing ranked duels. If you do both of those, you'll probably have like 2 or 3 copies of him. So add as many copies of him as possible because you're trying to get him out. I don't have personally the best Gravekeeper cards because I don't have a Gravekeeper deck or even a Rogue Fun type of deck. But I'm gonna use the Gravekeeper cards I have here and see if I can make a deck around it, because I want to bring Gravekeeper Vassal out as fast as possible. I'm trying not to have to stall out, but if push comes to shove, I might have to do that, because their monsters aren't that strong anyway. It's not like they can really do anything. So I'm gonna put like 3 Hidden Temples in Necro Valley. I don't want her special summoning anything. We're gonna put like, you know what, I'll probably use Necro Valley, Hidden Temples in Necro Valley. Okay, so we'll see which one do I want. We'll use both actually. I'll put 2 copies of Hidden Temples in Necro Valley to keep them from special summoning. And this one will naturally increase the attack and defense of all Gravekeepers. So if you guys definitely have one Necro Valley, put that in there. This will be a huge key piece of increasing attack without having I'm messing up my words. Without having to use an equipped spell card. Next, I'm not gonna really try for any monsters right now. I'm gonna go back to that later. I'm gonna add Power of Guardians. We're gonna put 2 copies of those. I was thinking of using the trap monsters that can turn into monsters, but I don't want to use that because I already have a lot of spell and trap, so I don't want to have too many, you know, convoluting the field. So we're just gonna go for monsters as the rest of the cards. I am gonna try to use Gravekeeper monsters just to bring Vassal out as fast as possible. We're gonna stick with level 3 and 4. Okay, I really like Gravekeeper Guard and Gravekeeper's Descendant, so I'm gonna add like 3 copies of these guys. Not only are their attack a lot higher than all of Blair's monsters, their effects are really good. So we're gonna put 3 copies of these guys in here too. I need something that will special summon, so or something with high attack, either or. If I have to stall out to possible, I will do that. Because I do want you guys to keep in mind, the goal of the deck is not for it to be really good and top tier. The goal of the deck is just to get Blair. So just keep that in mind. You don't need something meta. If you could take it into ranks or to, you know, just fun type of duels, do that. But you're just trying to unlock Blair here. Okay, Recruiter's good. He can search for one, so we'll add him. Oh, I really like Gravekeeper Spy. We're going to add one of them. Oh, I like this one. So when Necro Valley's on the field, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change that target's battle position. You know what? I probably won't need that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna skip on that one actually. Alright, so what I'm really deciding between is Nobleman, Chief, Headman, and Shabti, because Shabti seems like really good for stalling, kind of like a Karibo that will protect my monsters if I'm trying to stall out. But you know what? I don't really need him since all of my monsters are pretty high attack anyway except Vassal. So we'll skip on Shabti. Headman is good if I do special summon, but I don't think I'm gonna special summon that much. We will probably use Chief because he can special summon from the graveyard, which is super good. We'll add like 1 of him. Since he's level 5, I don't want to draw too many. And then we'll put 2 ambushers. And we should be good. This will be good enough. This is one of these decks we might have to stall. I don't want to put a bunch of draw cards. I mean, I could do that, to be honest with you. I just don't want to. So we're pretty much done with the deck, guys. If you guys want to add spell trap removal, do that if you want to. You can make it longer than 20 cards. I just like keeping it 20 because I'm trying to make it quick and not have to stall out. And then it increases your randomness once you hit more over 20. But you can add spell trap removal. If you want to add more spell cards for drawing, you could do that. I could put like a cup of ace just to help with drawing. But I think it's good how it is now, and I'll be able to cycle through my deck pretty fast like this. So we're gonna name this Gravekeeper Blair. And we're good. So I'll save it and let's prepare to go ahead and go in the match. Okay, so I'm going second. I can't wait to see what I draw. Drew Descendant, Vassal, another Descendant. I got Gravekeeper Guard. So this is good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Gravekeeper Guard in defense position. I know he's gonna survive. She's not gonna bring out anything powerful enough. Descendant, I'm not gonna do that unless she just has problematic cards. None of her cards are problematic, so I don't think I'll need to bring Descendant out. I hope not. But we're just going to put 2 Gravekeeper cards in defense position. If I don't draw a spell card next turn, I'll put another one down in defense position, and then she'll attack into it. Okay, so 1600. She's falling for the bait. Boom, perfect. We're going to return that to the hand, which automatically destroys her spell and trap card. Boom. Over. It's that simple. Always remember, guys, too, when you return a card to the hand, sometimes that's better than destroying it or even banishing it, because there are some decks around avoiding those type of effects or even backfiring you for trying to do those type of effects. So returning to the hand is always pretty good, especially if the card is level 5 or higher, because then it'll be harder to bring out a second time, and any spell and trap cards equipped to them will automatically be destroyed. It is a huge benefit of targeting with the hand. Next, so we're going to put another Gravekeeper guard in defense position. I'll attack right into it again, and then we'll just wait till we get Power Guardians and build up. Boom, fell for the same trap again. Return right to the hand, and that's it. I don't think she'll bring another one of those out. We'll see though. Okay, perfect. I drew a Necro Valley, so we're gonna put one of these on the field. That automatically increases all of my monsters by 500 attack and defense. I do not sing a single monster getting over no 2400 defense that Blair has. Just keep in mind she's level 30, which for CPUs is decent. It's pretty good. It's usually the highest level unless they add 40, 50, 60, but those are usually during events. But the highest I see her going is like maybe 1600, 2000. I don't expect her going anything higher than that. Also, before I go to next turn, a huge benefit too is it negates any cards effects that change types or attributes in the graveyard, which is super perfect if you're going off decks that like to change, you know, to dragon to like warrior type or dark to light. Super useful. She doesn't do that, so we don't have to worry about that anyways. Perfect. I have summoned Power of Guardians, finally drew into it, so we will use Gravekeeper Vassal now. We will use a Power of Guardians on Gravekeeper Vassal, which will increase him to about 1700 attack once we start attacking. And boom, we are on a roll now, people. Let's do this. Boom, 1700 attack. We'll wait till next turn. We'll take out Win, and we'll be over 2000. And then once I clear all the monsters off the field, we'll do a direct attack, and I'll instantly be 2000 attack. I'm just gonna hope my luck that the other ones don't have higher than 1500 defense. I don't think they do. I think the highest is like 1600, but we'll see. Okay, so they're all 1500. So what I'm gonna have to do is just wait till she stops drawing monsters that are 1500 defense, and then I'll get rid of them that way. Because my mistake was I should have put a Gravekeeper Descendant down first, so then I could have destroyed the other ones by card effect, and then after that I would have been able to clear to put Vassal. But we'll do it this way, just it'll be a little bit long. Boom, I got a second Power of Guardians. I equipped it to guard just to help another monster out, so I can get rid of both of them faster. So we use guard to attack into this one right here. Boom, got rid of him. We'll use Vassal to defeat this one. We'll inflict some direct damage with guard. This will bring it to about 1900 attack, and when we hit him directly with this Vassal, he is over. That's gonna be way over 2000 you know, effect damage. We'll put down a continuous spell. I don't know, I just do it just because I can. We'll attack with this guard. Boom. Now we will inflict effect damage. Look at that. That is 3,700 points of effect damage. Almost the entire life point system right there. That should be more than enough to complete that challenge. But alright guys, that was basically it for the video. Just showing you guys how to do it with a single activation. That should work 100% perfectly fine this time if you're trying to go for the single activation thing. The previous video was just for effect damage. This one is a single of activation effect damage. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Any questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.